Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is Tim from timgagnon.com, your place for online painting lessons. Today I've got another tips and tricks video. We're going to talk about the 5 colors I use to create layers in a birch tree. A birch tree in autumn, I should say. This same color combination you can use in birch trees, poplar trees, aspen trees. It's just like a yellow tree that we get kind of later in the year. So I'm going to get right to it and talk about those colors and how I mix those together and how I progress through each layer. But before we get to that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like and comment down below. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed to the channel lately. I really appreciate it. And if you get a chance, make sure you go over to timgagnon.com and check out all the online painting lessons and in-person workshops that I offer. I travel around the country and Canada and teach in-person workshops. So make sure you check out that schedule and see if I'm coming to an area near you. So the 5 colors that I use are cadmium yellow medium, Indian yellow, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and ultramarine blue. So I use those colors in combination. What I do is I start with a darker color, the shadow color, and I build lighter, more saturated colors on top until I get a 3-dimensional look. So let's go to the palette and look at those color combinations and how I mix those together in creating these types of trees. Okay, so I have my 5 colors here. I've got my cad yellow medium, Indian yellow, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and ultramarine blue. So the first thing I do when I'm creating the tree is I just create the shape of the tree, and that color combination is burnt sienna and lots of yellow ochre. So what you try to do is get almost like a reddish gray color. So we want that nice kind of reddish color, but in autumn, you know, the trees are starting to die, so they kind of have a grayish tone to them, so that's where the blue comes in. So we add a little bit of blue and we get that nice, warm, almost brown, I guess. It's like a brownish color that works great for the underlying tones of the tree. So that right there is the initial tree shape. Then from there, I take that same color and add more yellow ochre to it, a lot more yellow ochre. So the second layer of the tree, you can start bringing out the branches, or I should say the bunches of foliage, the parts that make it look 3-dimensional. And you can see you start to get a warmer, brighter color. So that's the second layer of the tree. Next, what we do is pretty much just pure yellow ochre for the next layer of tree. And we're building out the highlights at this point. Finally, the next layer, yellow, cad yellow, and yellow ochre. So cad yellow and yellow ochre start to brighten up the tree a lot. And we get that nice, brighter look to the foliage. And then finally what we do is we take a little bit of Indian yellow and a lot of cad yellow medium to get the brightest highlight of the tree. So we want a warm, highly saturated yellow. So again, to build up the tree, we've got burnt sienna, yellow ochre, and ultramarine blue. We take that mixture, add yellow ochre to it, a lot of yellow ochre to get a slightly brighter color, and we build up the foliage a little bit. From there, we're almost pure yellow ochre, maybe a little bit of that mixed in there for the next layer, still building out the foliage, getting those 3-dimensional shapes. Then we finally get to a nice highlight layer. So that layer there really brings the leaves out. And then to top it all off, to make that tree nice and bright, we hit that cad yellow and Indian yellow, a nice, bright, saturated yellow. So if you want to learn the techniques on how to create the foliage or create this painting from start to finish, make sure you check out timgagnon.com, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more color combinations, more tricks, tips and techniques on how to paint with acrylic and oil paint. So thank you all for watching. Again, make sure you check out timgagnon.com for online painting lessons. If you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you again soon.